Good. What's up, my dudes? I don't even know if I'm live. So this is gonna be the awkward part where I talk to myself, try to figure out what's going on my YouTube channel. If it's streaming correctly or not, I think it is. Sup. So today we're gonna try to do some live composing. Sadly, I don't have another monitor with me, so it's gonna be very hard to read your messages while I work. So it's just gonna be me working on stuff, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna work on a... Hello everyone. I'm gonna try to work on a track using Audio Imperia Nucleus, which is a new library that Audio Imperia actually sent me to try it and to talk about it with you guys and stuff. And it's basically this orchestral library that has all the most important orchestral instruments in them. So you have string ensembles, woodwinds, brass, choir even. You also have soloists, and you have also pre-orchestrated patches. It's pretty cool. Like, there's so many things in this library, and it has all the basic articulations. And also, you know, there's also classic and modern mix and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And it runs on the free version of Kontakt, so that's pretty awesome. And I still haven't given this library a thorough try, so I'm gonna try it now to write a sort of like I'm trying to write sort of like a trader track. And I wish I could go somewhere else with this track, honestly, because, you know, trader is just, for me, it's very narrow as a genre. But anyway, this is the piano sketch I wrote with Spitfire Labs Soft Piano, which is another free library from Spitfire, and it's pretty cool. It sounds like this. Someone said no sound. Tell me if there's no sound. Okay, cool. So the thing with trader, you need to like use one chord and keep on using that chord forever for the most part. Use melodies that are very easy to cut and stuff like that. And it needs to be epic. So there's also repetition here. And I'm gonna orchestrate this whole thing, or rather try. It's supposed to be like the climax. Maybe gonna add something more here when I orchestrate it, but this is like the skeleton of it, the basic ideas. And this is like the stinger, it goes higher and higher and higher, and then whatever. And then I've wrote an outro that is not trader at all. So that is the one part that is like, would never work in a trailer if I develop it in the way I want to develop it. But it's cool for me. Like, this is my favorite part, actually. And I like the ending here where there's movements in the bass. So it resolves there. And I could leave it like this. But then instead I do and then here it does do-do. And then you thought it was gonna resolve and that was gonna be it, but no, I replicated that same like cadence on a higher note here. So I love to do these things when I have a finale in my track where I, create the tension and then I resolve it, and then usually that's where you end the track. But when I resolve it, I always have another movement that creates some tension then resolves. And I did that a few times here. And yeah, even though the chord kind of stays the same, there's some motion that makes it very interesting. And this is my favorite part because it's not like, hey, let's use the same chord progression forever, but it's actually like, hey, let's do something a bit different, have some dark and light at the same time. And yeah, I like it, but this would never work in a trail track, sadly. So this is an original composition. It's a sketch though, it's not developed. I don't always start with a piano piece. If I do, it means I'm kind of like, I need it. Like sometimes I'm so inspired that I don't need to write a sketch, I just compose. Other times I'm so not inspired that I need to start from a piano idea. And I do this thing which I highly advise against every time, which is never have periods where you don't write music. Always try to write music, a little bit of music every single day. That's the best thing you can do. Now, I'm a composer, but also a YouTuber, but also like I'm trying to build my brand as a composer. So sometimes I write music, like my Final Fantasy covers I've been writing lately. But then when I have to publish those tracks, I can take days where I take time to literally take days to make the videos, write the text that is gonna elicit a response and get a better engagement on YouTube, so the video gets pushed a bit more. And then I also have to do the covers and publish those videos in different social medias, in different formats and stuff like that. So there's so many caps that I'm wearing on top of being a YouTuber and a composer. And thus, sometimes I have periods where I write great music and then I have to publish it. So I take some time off from composing that music, from composing music at all. And then when I come back after, 3-4 days, I'm not in the same modality as I was when I finished that track. The best thing you can do is to never take a break, an extended break from making music, because you can really snap out of it. And then when you come back to it, you're like, oh, where was I? So today I'm kind of like that. Also, I've been, last weeks I've been traveling a bit. So I haven't had too much time to compose. And thus today I'm going to be much slower. So I'm not sure if this live stream is going to be a good one. If it is going to be a good one, it's going to be online on the channel. If it's going to suck, I'm going to delete it. Like a worst mistake, like the Spartan people threw their babies from pits when they ended up being bad. Same vibes. So yeah, that's it. Do you have some questions about what you saw so far? Let me know. I'm going to read the chat now and let you reply, but then I'm going to compose and not be too much engaging with you guys. Do you take lyrics and compose just for fun or take commission? What? I don't know what you meant. Okay. But yeah, that was Spitfire Labs, the piano. Okay, I don't see questions. Maybe there's a delay between what you see and what I do. But anyway, in the meantime, let's get started. So actually, when I wrote this track, I started from this idea. So I went a bit backwards. I started from this. And as you see, it's kind of colored because, there's different parts to this. It's not like I wrote the piano thing on my, all together because I'm not good at piano. So I had to write this by hand. And I added stuff and stuff. Like initially it was like this. Initially it was only this actually. Then I added some notes here in the bass. And then I added the, melody here. And then I added the these yellow notes. So it was writing one voice and then writing another voice and another voice, another voice. It's like filling in the blanks. And I had this part. And then I was like, okay, I need to write the climax. So I wrote this. Sorry, a stinger. And then I was like, okay, I have this part, but this is like 1 minute of piano. Cannot be used for a whole track. So I had to go back and write like a intro for it. So actually, what did I do? I did it today actually. I had this chord. I wanted to begin with this chord, right? So I didn't know how I wanted the intro to begin, but I knew how I wanted it to end. So I wrote this chord first. And because that would connect to this part, kind of. and then, you know, I wrote the final chord, and then I wrote the chords that came before, and then I figured out how to write the whole intro. Like sometimes you have a song, you start in the beginning, you go to the end, but sometimes you can start from the middle, and then you have to write the part that comes before, but you don't write it from the beginning, you write it from the last chord, and then you go backwards. You know, it doesn't, people often ask me, hey, how do you do this stuff? Like, what's the process you follow? Do you start from an intro, do you outro? And I start from wherever I get inspired. Wherever the idea comes, it's not for me to judge, I just need to write the idea down. And then whatever idea come, like, I'm just gonna put it there. Today, I just had the idea of like going in reverse for some reason. And then I wrote this, and still it was too short, and there was too much contrast between this part and then this kind of climax that I wrote. So I missed like a build-up. I missed a part that wasn't as intense in terms of like going high in terms of tonality. Because one thing about this sketch is that if you notice the shape, it goes like this, you know? Basically, if this is like the octaves or the tonality of a track, I'm doing this. Like I start low and then I go higher, 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 something like that, you know? So that's what I'm doing. And basically the track sounds as if it's evolving because I'm reaching higher tones. And from here to here, it was too big of a contrast. So I needed a part of the track where I started using rhythmic notes, but I also started going higher. So I wrote this one. And then here, then goes there, and now it's a full like 2.5 minutes piece, which is actually the length of a trailer track for the most part. So that's the reasoning behind this whole sketch. And obviously like writing melodies and stuff that sound good. And also melodies that are not too complex because it's trailer music, but I think I failed, this is already too complex for trailer music. What do you think about idiosyncratic strings? I never tried it. Everyone has its good and bad days production-wise. Yeah. What do you think about the Avalon Cinematic Music course from idea to finish recording? I've been talking about the course for years. It's pretty good. And also, like, it's an updated version of a course that was available years ago. And I took that course years ago, and it was actually good for me. And now it's like, you know, 3 times as big. So I highly recommend it. Anyway, let's get started. Let's start from the intro, maybe. I think I'm totally gonna keep this piano part. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, let's do this. I might isolate all the notes here. Mute, not isolate. No, what the hell did I do? No. I need those. I'm just gonna mute this piano, that's it. Lower its volume. So, well, this is intro. And yeah, so I'm gonna pretty much use these notes in my piano patch. I'm only gonna use 3 VSTs in this track. I'm gonna try using Audio Imperia Nucleus. I'm going to use Spitfire Labs, and I'm going to use another library called Ava Quantum, which is like trailer sound effects. Anyway, so. Okay, so this piano, well, it's free, so, you know, there's a bit of machine gun effect and stuff, but, you know, it's still good. I'm going to route this here, call these keys, and then here on the piano, I'm going to call it piano atmospheric, because I'm gonna add a bahala shimmer, which is this reverb that makes everything sound huge. Probably too much though. I'm gonna also add another piano. Well, so this is piano atmospheric labs, Atmos. And I'm gonna have piano drone labs. Here I'm gonna do something cool. And I'm gonna have to try to not go like out of the scope of what I'm trying to do, but I had this idea, so. Piano labs, Piano drone, okay. Piano drone is actually gonna be a drone, so I'm gonna send it here. On sidechain. Route to track only. Drones. I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put the reverb to the max. I'm gonna add bahala shimmer, like a lot of it. So that's good. I can create like interesting harmonies or like atmospheres with it. Okay. Let's add some trailer booms. And sorry guys if I don't read the chat. I don't have a second monitor with me here. I'm in an Airbnb in Prague, and I'm only here temporarily. It would be kind of stupid to buy a monitor just to stay here for. Oh my god! Oh, these are the distorted versions. Cool. So these samples, these quantum effects, they are from the Ava sound group, and they were made from Karel Psota and Joshua Crispin, which are two freaking killer sound designers. So it's pretty good stuff. Majora. That's Majora's Mask. Karel is a huge nerd. I mean, I don't know what to use. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna use the deep. The deep. Boom, one. I'll send it here. Trailer booms. I'm using an empty template right now, by the way. So that's why the mixer is kind of like naked and stuff. Okay, that's too big. I kind of forgot how the sketch actually sounded. I'm getting lost in details, so let's go back. Oh. Do we have some drones here that we can use? They're all in C. And they're all kind of like threatening. Maybe we can use some more sounds for that drone. I'm getting ideas that don't belong to this track. Like... that's not for this track. It's just an idea I'm having right now. Might save it for something else. I can't use that. I can't use it, but I'm gonna save it. Screw it. Okay, back to us. So we have this piano drone and whatever, and I need to find a way to put the chords in there. I could probably add them bit by bit. So in the piano atmospheric one, like That's good. Like alternating between moments where boom, 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 boom. That works. Probably not Trader, but boom, boom, doo, doo. Doo, doo. Okay, then I add the normal chords, so this is actually gonna start from here. I suppose. Wait. Or is it? I don't know if I want to repeat this part again. I'm going to add some pre-orchestrated strings and turn them into a drone. So they're gonna be tremolos. We don't need the other articulations. I will send them. Wait, where are we now? Send them here. The shimmer. Well, I could actually that bahala shimmer that I have here. I'm just gonna open it in the mixer insert. Wow, this computer is getting laggy, by the way. I think I need to either format it or change it. And I don't want to consider any of those two ideas, honestly. Okay, there we go. So now that we have a shimmer there, actually we didn't, whatever. Now that we have it, if I send the strings there, they are now drones. String drones. Although they have too many high frequencies, I suppose. But anyway. Oh my god. Oh, that sounds like space. This is also cool to do with a guitar. If you have a guitar and you do the bahala shimmer thing, then it really gets crazy. Also, as you notice, the drones, because of all the reverb and stuff, they will sound a bit offbeat because the reverb delays the attack of the sound. What I can do is go here, down below, there's track latency. I can set this to play 100 milliseconds earlier, or 150, I don't know, but that's gonna compensate. Supposedly, that's what you're supposed to do. What if I delay by 750 milliseconds? Oh, I'm doing minus 750. I should do 750. Oh, that's too early. 300 is gonna be okay. So yeah, that's the way in which you can compensate. Actually, the Imperia Nucleus has quite a bit of delay in this attack, but they also allow you to, like, here on the sample start, set like your own sample, start. So you can, if you decrease this, it's either gonna start earlier or later. I don't remember if it's less or more, but you can tweak, and that's gonna make it sound more aggressive or not, like more in time or not. What I wanted to do is to actually detune this a little bit, and the drones in general, I want them to be a bit detuned, but I don't know if there's some Fruity Loops effects to do that. If you guys know that, please let me know in the comments right now. Let me know in the comments. I'm reading right now. If you guys have advice for the tuning, I don't know how to detune FL Studio. Actually I do know. Actually I do. But because my idea is like to make this a bit less precise. But so if I do this, I can also do that on Spitfire Labs. Thing is, I would need a low frequency oscillator to do that. Well, I'll think about that later. Doesn't matter for now. One thing that matters is that I want some sidechain though. So I'm gonna sidechain to this track, add a limiter here. So what's gonna happen is whenever the booms trigger, our drones are gonna duck out a little bit, just because they're educated drones. Another thing we can add to make the drone more interesting is to add some white noise. Now, I don't know. Also, we could add some synthesizers. There's so many things we could add right now. I'm going crazy. I don't know if you have some white noise here, though. I would need to synthesize it. Shit. Let's leave that for later. I want a similar drone, but for the low end. So we'll add a jelly and double bassist patch. Purge it. We only need the tremolos. And it's going to the same insert. Oh boy! Okay. String, high string drones, low string drones. Always rename your instruments, because then if you don't, you're gonna forget what instrument 50 stands for, and that's not good. Like, there's nothing worse about navigating a project where nothing has been labeled. It's really the worst thing ever. And I have so many friends who do that, and then when I go to their place, they show me the tracks. Hey, can you help me with the track? Yeah, sure. And then I open the project, it's like, oh, like, insert 1, insert 2. I'm like, what the fuck, man? No. Aram Zero, I'm talking about you. If you're in the chat, but you're probably not. Low strings, okay. I'm gonna add the low end from here. So, na da da. Da da boo. Let me hear only the drones and the booms. What else do we need to make this a bit trailer? Well, more pads, honestly. But other than that, I mean, we have our piano. What I would add is the solo cello, but that's cheating because it's not trailer. So I'm kind of failing already. That's like only writing trailer stuff. Shit. So there are solo instruments here. I'm not sure how they sound like. It's a solo cello. I opened it on the wrong Kontakt though. I need to open it on this Kontakt. And I also need to save this project before the whole thing crashes on me. So let's save. And open the cello. I suppose this is gonna be very quiet. So I'm gonna have to do some tweaking. So you are solo cello. I'm gonna add some Maximus. Compress the hell out of it so it can be heard in the track. And then I'm gonna add some bahala shimmer here too, because why not? We're in the trailer world. There's no need to follow rules. We just need hugeness everywhere. So shallow nucleus. String drums, nucleus, nucleus. Oh my god. If only it went lower than that, or I could do or something like that. Do we have an instrument that can go as low? On nucleus? No, the solo cello is the lowest of the lot. We could do like a very bad thing where you just... This is a very, very bad thing. Okay, so it went down by 2 tones. So if I go here and I go down by 2 tones, this should now be a C. Wait, is it a C? Yeah, mission accomplished. It sounds so stretched out. It's not natural. And what do they want to do even? I'm gonna call this Hell Cello because it's just cello from hell in the way I detuned it. And then I'm also gonna have like a normal cello. And also, this is not the right patch. Nucleus. So string. Strings right, okay. So cello. Oh, hell, cello. Sorry guys if I'm not reading the chat. I love you for being here. And I hope you're learning something. And if you're getting inspired, just stop this video. Just go open your DAW and compose. This is why I do this. This is why I stream, to motivate you guys, but also to motivate myself. There's something interesting about composing music when people are watching you. You don't end up indulging in stupid habits like listening to a part in loop forever or just procrastinating because you know people are watching you and you want to like not make them waste their time. So it's good when you're not feeling inspired to sometimes force yourself. Other times it ends up in total fail, and it happens so many times with me actually. So it's just a, throw a heads or tails actually. But, interesting stuff. What did I want to do? That's probably too much though. This is just supposed to be an intro and I'm already going kind of epic. But I like where it's going. This is the problem that I have as a composer. And I used to have this problem even like as a little kid when it came to like writing essays in school. They gave you one specific thing to write an essay about, and that was the thing you were supposed to do. But I would always like digress and end up writing stuff that is not belonging to the essay, but that was beautiful, And towards music, I feel like the same. It's like, hey, okay, you have to write a trailer track. You cannot do certain things. You have to do one thing and like, repeat it. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But then I get lost and I get ideas that make me go beyond that boundary. And, you know, even if it sounds good, it can be something that is a dramatic error that will not get your track accepted by labels. So that was my issue with trailer music. And it's my issue with music in general when I have to do a specific thing. I cannot do it very well. But anyway, what I wanted to do is actually to add some even more low-end stuff. But, you know, I think it's a mark of a great composer to be able to say, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to do this specific thing only. And then be able to do it without getting lost in other ideas. You know? Like, that's part of the job. Staying focused and achieving what you were meant to. It's something I learned to do, but, you know, it's easy for me to like lose that and just be like, hey, let's compose something that sounds cool to me today without caring what people think. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it is if you trying to like work for a client, which I'm not right now, but I'm supposed, like I wanted to write like a trailer track to show you guys first how to write trailer music, and second, how you can employ Nucleus in that field too, because lots of people in this community surely write trailer music. So, you know, that's that. What's up with you? Oh, I'm going too low. No. What's wrong with this? For some reason, it's not reproducing any sound, and also my computer is lagging like hell. Okay, so double basses. Oh, I see what's wrong. Cool. I was using the wrong articulation, even here. Well, let me do one thing, actually. I'm just gonna, since I'm only using tremolo, I can just use the single patches in this case. There's no need to go for the actual... Ah, fuck, let's use the multi-patches. Never know what I'm gonna do later. But, okay, so this has this automation, and this has that automation. Cool. So go here. Give me the tremolo patch. The soloist patch, rather. And then you are gonna be doing... Oh shit, I'm getting confused. I should open the strings patch. It's high strings. And tremolo. Cool. Now to do the same thing here. No strings, gonna be cellos. And to do tremolo. Same thing here. It's the basis patch. And to do tremolo again. Okay. This is interesting because this can create the white noise I was looking for. If I just route this here, and I'm gonna call it something like basis swarm basis. So this is kind of like when you do sound design applied to like organic instruments. It's not crazy as doing resampling and whatever, but I'm actually altering the nature of my instruments a little bit by adding unnatural amounts of reverb, adding EQ to the point that it doesn't sound natural anymore, etc., etc., etc. Just to get a different effect. Swarm basses. So I want loads of like noise. I'm going to use the room noise. And it will be good to have a keyboard here, but okay, no, wait. Okay, this needs to go to another shimmer too. So you go here. What happened? Oh. Detach. I could do something like this maybe. Like I want the white noise to be really hearable, but the rest, not too much. Okay. So this is kind of gonna be a riser. Wow, I'm taking so much time on this intro. And the reason for it is that the intros are tough in the sense that you need to write something that doesn't necessarily sound boring, but you cannot do like string staccatos and exciting things either, you know? It's all about creating texture over texture over texture. It needs to be like layered like an onion. And those layers and simple melodies are going to be the only thing you can use to make that intro sound interesting. And that's why like it can be very tough to actually write an intro that sounds good. And you know, you end up doing all these details and think, well, is it going to sound good? Is it going to be good? Or I mean, it's just mental masturbation. And you don't really know. You don't really know. It's like, hey, is anyone ever gonna hear that? Humming note on those warm strings I just created. Or are they gonna listen to this music on crappy speakers? Who knows? I surely don't. And surely, like, if I did that with white noise, it would be much, much better. But anyway. Okay, so where was I? So the track, what is it supposed to sound like? I don't even remember anymore. This is good. This is why you need to write your sketch. Because if you get lost in details of that, you can completely lose the whole picture. And imagine if I didn't write this whole thing. I already forgot how this part sounds like. I would have forgotten everything and just got stuck. So, you know. Let me read the chat for a second. Okay, you guys are giving each other advice. That's good. Okay, there's one melody. Ba 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 ba. Maybe I can add it there straight away. So bum 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 bum. How was it? Okay. Okay, how do I make those two belong together? I also have another idea. But this is not trailer anymore. Fuck, I failed. Damn it. So 2 solo cellos. Why not? Once again, I'm risking going overboard with these melodic ideas. Okay. And this will do the opposite, like. Why are there two solo cellos in this track? Do people even use two solo cellos in real life? But most especially, why do I care when I'm writing music on a computer? Okay, wait. Lovely. Probably not gonna fit with everything we've heard so far. I always need to go back and double check because I can get lost in my thread of ideas and then forget about everything I was doing before. Sometimes that's the obstacle in being too much inspired. And that, when I write original track, that happens. When I'm writing covers, I can be much more self-controlling and stuff because I also want to respect the other person's track. But when I'm writing stuff for me, it's like, let's do everything. Just because let's do everything. Where were we? There is a melody I wanted to use, which is the one I wrote here, very hidden in between the piano. Actually, that part I wrote on cello will be good in this next section. Well, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so we have that, and then I need to write the melody now. On piano, maybe. Oh, it's there. I mean, it's here. What the hell am I doing? This is so confusing. Wait, okay, so let me do one thing. Back in the part where I have that melody, which is this part. I'm just gonna copy paste everything brutally, hoping it fits. If it doesn't fit, I'm gonna cry. No. Maybe this cello is supposed to be later then. It's supposed to be left for later. Is it? So I said here. So this is what I meant before about figuring out a track in reverse and stuff. I'm not writing in order, as you can imagine. I'm just getting these ideas. My brain today feels like trolling me, and it's not giving me ideas in a progressive way. It's giving me ideas for something that's supposed to be later when I write the intro. Thank you, brain. So there's gonna be a variation. So it begins like this. Or maybe not. Those are just. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think you figured that out by now. No. It would be good to add some guitars and just surprise everyone. This is just an intro for a gent track, but no, I don't have guitars here, Prague. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, so here. I think my brain is trolling me again by suggesting ideas for vocals in there. However, it's thinking of ideas, vocals coming from Jaeger, and I cannot use them today. I just have to use Nucleus. So let's see what we can do. Oh my god, this is so confusing. It's so confusing to create music today. For some reason, I cannot do it. I can't do it. No. Oh, that's exactly what I needed. That's beautiful. I think it's gonna fit. I'm not sure about anything today. I'm not even sure about my name. What's my name? Alejandro. Probably. Sopranos. 5 sopranos. Here, soprano. Let's call it female choir, just because it's easier. So the idea here is I'm writing stuff that, as usual for me, I'm not thinking of the big picture. I'm just thinking of chaining one element to the other. So this choir is gonna be chained to the solo cello. Now we're gonna see how. Where's the solo cello? It starts on beat 13. And it's actually very simple. It's not a crazy idea, honestly. And also, but it, well, everywhere. We're gonna have shimmer everywhere. I'm gonna call this choir, not female choir, I'm gonna call this Galadriel voice. Even though it's not Galadriel, kind of like this kind of part that I'm gonna write kind of reminds me of whatever, you know, the Lord of the Rings when they meet Galadriel and it's all like sacred and whatever. I might add another patch of altos. Also, okay, so let's see. It sounds so beautiful. It's amazing. And this is all from one library. That's pretty powerful, guys. Like, imagine a beginner doesn't have a library at all, and has an infinite choice, and he has to buy Kontakt, the full version and stuff. This takes away all the burden because it gives you all the instruments, and also like it goes with Kontakt Player, which is the free version of Kontakt. You don't need anything except for Nucleus and a free version of Kontakt to write music like this. That's pretty powerful. Then, well, of course, you need a DAW, but that's a given. Oh boy! Listen to those. How are they called again? Those overlaps are crazy. Ba, 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 ba. Instant God of War, but we're not gonna do that. So it's supposed to go with the cello. So let me listen to it with the cello. Oh, sorry, I forgot. That's actually the end of the statement. Okay, so I'm gonna do maybe from here. This is totally soundtrack like. I should scratch this project. I mean, I won't scrap this project, but I should. If I was writing for a label, I'll be like, it's not good. Remove everything, delete everything. Life as a trailer composer can be tough that way. Like, you really have to be super, like, radical. About what tracks you write. Anyway, where's that melody I was supposed to fit in this part? Okay, so okay, so basically the drones need to continue, but I also need to find a way to use that melody. Damn it. I'm probably gonna do this. Yeah, because I'm I feel stupid by using this melody in such a simple way, but it works. I just realized that that choir also responds to the melody here. I hope I'm not like plagiarizing some other melodies. That could also happen. And also the plugin delay compensation is too much. Damn it. I just need to do it from here. Or no, I don't. Ah, damn it. It's confusing. This is my least favorite part, by the way, like writing intros. If I could, I would not. I just get straight into the big stuff, like loud shit, stuff I like. If I could, I'd do that. Okay, whatever. We need more drones. I think so. I think I can just copy paste that from the other drone. No one's gonna get offended by that. Okay. If I decided to not use this song for anything rather than not complete this song, it would break my heart. Because of all the time I'm spending taking care of this stupid intro. Damn it. And then here is supposed to be the final part, right? Oh, it doesn't repeat? Okay, wait. So... Okay, so that sounds a bit short for me. I think it needs a third repetition when I do this. But I'm not sure at this point. Oh my god. Oh my god. This part sounds the same, and for that matter, I'm getting like kind of lost in it. Like, I don't really know like if I should repeat it or not. Jesus. Okay, so got this. And then we go here. Okay. Okay. Oh God, save me. Jesus. gonna repeat it again and again and again and again. Okay. Jesus. What did I do to deserve an idea that just doesn't make sense like this? The truth about the creative process is that sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes it's like dealing with an annoying child that doesn't want to do things the way it should be done. That's my muse today. My muse is like an annoying child. Or rather, it's behaving like one. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically the ancient Romans, I think, it was the Romans, they used to believe that they didn't use the word genius as we use it, like I am a genius. They said I have a genius. Like a genius was an entity that lived in an artist's walls or something. And it's the equivalent of the muse for the Greeks. That entity outside of you that sometimes is there and whispers ideas to you. And you just, as an artist, just have to be there, do your job, listen to the muse, and just do what it tells you to do. And yeah, that's what I mean. My muse is an arrogant child today. That's pretty much, it's not my fault. It's the muse. And that's really liberating, but also kind of like annoying sometimes. But I can't complain of the music that's coming out of this. Like, it's pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like this. I like it mostly for the chorus, though. Okay, let's do the string pads. You guys are just gonna imitate the piano like you usually do in this track. So no harm done there, I suppose. Yep. But yeah, the curse of the muse is that, you know, one day you are inebriated by all these ideas. You're like, oh, I'm feeling very creative. This is amazing. Ah, yeah, those chords are great. And then the day after, you might wake up and you listen to it and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, that could be me tomorrow morning. Or it could be you guys in the live stream telling me, dude, stop. It's not a good one. Don't stop, you know, which I would appreciate. But yeah, wow, there's still 100 people. It must be pretty cool then, I suppose. Usually it's like less people. Okay, wait a second there. No, that's not good. Okay, I need to swarm base this time. And then I also wanted to add the sub bass. And that one, we're gonna feel it for real. Not like this. Because it's my sub bass from Juggernaut. Sub bass evolver. One and two. Send it here. Where is it? Should I send it to the drones channel? No. So, okay. I'm gonna add another piano because I just thought I had another idea because whatever, Muse. It's like, okay. What am I doing? This is what happens when you're friends with composers that do crazy shit. Right now, I'm trying to channel my inner Phil Lober, which is a friend of mine. He's one of the craziest composers that I know. Like, he is not afraid of experimenting. Actually, he's afraid of not experimenting in every single track he makes. And for that reason, like, his music sounds like nothing else out there. Like, he's one of those guys. And yeah, he uses, I think, quite a bit of delay to create some very interesting stroboscopic effects, or I don't know how to call that. And I'm gonna try to see if I can do something similar, but I don't know. I'm not an alien like Phil. So loads of delay. And maybe less low end in this case. More stereo space. And as you notice, I did an automation on the delay. So basically it only triggers on certain notes. I don't want it to trigger on these long Bs. Not that I have anything against Bs, but I just want the delay to be specific on certain notes. And then if I know Phil in this part, he would do something very freaking absurd. And I'm just gonna try it, just to send it to him and just have a laugh. So in this part, he would do something like, wait. And it would end up like in the weirdest chord you ever imagine. super open, like boom, 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 boom. that almost doesn't make sense. I don't even know what chord it is, but if I add delay on this, just for fun, let's see if I get the fill effect. And also, like, that's not only it. He would also harmonize this passage with some more notes. So. And actually, this would be like, there would be like a brass crescendo here and then end like a, and you'll be like, what is that, you know? It's like a, there will be a leading tone, like a, but this is beyond like what we're supposed to write. I just wonder how this would sound. So let me actually like try it just for fun. And yeah, when you're composing, sometimes it's good to just, you know, lose your shit like this and just try ideas, not for the song, but just because you're like, hey, I wonder what would happen if I tried that on an instrument. But anyway, I digress. So that was the chord. Where is it? Okay, this is totally nonsense. And this is the brass ensemble from Nucleus, by the way. So I'm gonna have to do something like, no, not that, not that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna add some dynamics changes. Oh no! Oh well, whatever. Edit events in piano roll. It's gonna be super soft, and you're never gonna see it coming until the very end, where it goes like, and you're like, what the hell was that? He would also do something like, no. Something like weird rhythms that only Feel does. At least I think. Let me check. Well, he will also do other things with the strings, but I just want to hear how this sounds. So it's like, whatever. Just leave it like that. And let's see how it sounds like. It's gonna be so stupid. Let's go. Oh my god, I failed so hard. That's not feel at all. But actually, let me check this brass. That's not what feel would do, but still. Oh, that's why I failed. It's supposed to be much longer. And also like, like that. This library is pretty dope though, isn't it? Well, that's a weird chord. But this library, Jesus, that brass is crazy. I think the brass is from Talos. Like they took some patches from their the libraries that they have, and the libraries they have published through the years, and they put some of those in Nucleus, like the most essential patches. So that's probably why the brass sounds so awesome. But yeah, I failed at being Phil. I guess to be Phil, you just need to be Phil. There's no other way. The man just writes music in a way that's like weird but incredible. Just go check him out. He released an album like 2 years ago. It's called Voyant. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get back to our track. I forgot where I was. We don't need that anymore. So the issue with this piano melody is that there's now too much reverb on it. And also like, well, it doesn't stand out because it's in the same kind of range of everything else. So I need to do... But I actually want to do something a bit different. Like I wanted to harmonize this on a higher octave. So like... Boop, 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 boop. It's too cluttered. It's too cluttered like that. But I probably do the initial. Oh no, what happened? Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Jeez. Okay, that was the problem. I was trying to chain these two up and I was having a hard time with that. Anyway, so there's that. Okay, now I completely lost track of everything we did before, actually, because I got distracted. And, oh, I think I cloned that by mistake. Because the one thing I don't like is how high this is getting, so I'm gonna remove that. And I'm also gonna do that, actually I'm gonna do the melody on the piano. The melodic delay piano added. The only bad thing about this piano is that it sounds quite muffled, of course, because it's a felt, like, soft piano. So it's supposed to feel like that. However, you cannot use it as much as you would use the Giant, but in this track I only want to use free stuff. Nucleus and free libraries and the other one is called Quantum. So I don't know if I'm gonna use the Giant. But anyway, I think that's a good intro. I mean, it lacks something, like it doesn't have definition actually. Like I feel like there isn't a foreground. So that cello I should write something with that cello maybe. But I wouldn't want to use that. Like ba 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 even here. Or maybe I should do that. I don't know. I'm suffering when I do this. It's too easy. Like it's too obvious to do that melody on a cello. And also in this part we have the other cello that comes over. That's the problem. What if I actually... This way I can use one cello only, instead of using two. if I connect these two parts. I like the part. I mean the ba 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 da, da. Yeah. It's pretty cool kid. Cool kid. Oh wait. What I would do is add. Why not add a add this solo violin or something, maybe. How are you guys doing, by the way? What do you think so far? There's still 100 people. Oh my god. Please only speak English. Don't speak like Czech or I don't know what language that is, because this is an international community. If everyone spoke their own language, it would turn into chaos. Oh, I'm reading the whole chat, and like literally the whole chat is like English, or not English, like whatever language is that. I don't really know. Pablo Laxino's music, please don't let me ban you from the chat. Don't do that. Don't just do that. Don't speak like in your own language. And sadly, I cannot moderate the chat from here because I don't have multiple monitors. So I'm just gonna use your, good sense. I'm just gonna appeal to your good sense. Don't make me open the chat like dashboard here and delete all the messages while I'm streaming. But, just use common sense. Don't speak your own language. Because I can speak Italian. Posso parlare italiano in questo momento e nessuno capirà quello che sto dicendo. Because, 2% here is Italian. There's no point in me speaking Italian. There's no point speaking a different language in the chat. Just speak English. Thank you. It would be cool to make a video in Italian, though. Mamma mia. Where was I? There we go. Poland isn't real. I'm actually eventually planning to come to Krakow for a few weeks or a month. I don't know, but I want maybe a few weeks. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to stay for a month, and but a few weeks that would be very cool actually. And Poland is the land of CD Projekt Red, so guys, we're talking about good stuff there. Anyway, I wanted to add the solo violin here from Nucleus and see if I can actually do something else. So we have but should I do that on solo violin again? It would be so damn. I hate layering melodies too much, using certain ideas too much without harmonizing or whatever. It's so not me. I'm so not used to that. And that's not a bad thing to do, actually. Actually, writing music that is based on simple ideas can be very good for you. You can write more music. People are going to like it more because they can familiarize more. One of the best tracks I ever made is called... thank you for the donation, Yogi Fish. My best track that I ever made, in my opinion, is called From Pain She Rises. And one of the biggest... it's like this... How long? 4 minutes long track that is split in something like 7 different parts. And every single part of those has a specific melody. It's not like there's one melody that recurs for the whole track. It's like 7 different phases, but this track is linked by a story. Now, the biggest criticism of this track that had, in my opinion, a greatest orchestration ever made itself is that there was no recurring melody. It's like, yeah, this track is amazing, but I don't have a melody that I can latch onto, so I don't like it. Which is very weird because, like that track to me is like the best I ever made. And when I listen to it, I still like enjoy it a lot. But when you write music that is complex, you can run into the problem that many people will not understand what is going on. Except people who actually like listen to a lot of music and they are very musically smart because of that, and they really appreciate it. It's like having a fine palate. There's certain foods that you like. If you don't have a fine palate, you will like McDonald's more than a restaurant. But if your palate is very good, then you will actually hate McDonald's and actually learn to love like the very complex food. With music, though, most of the humanity is like at the McDonald's level. So if you make music that is simple, actually, you're going to appeal to lots of people. That doesn't mean those people are stupid. It means that you need to go like not as complex to appease to them or to make them understand what you're trying to convey. So people who can write simple music, actually, it's hard to write simple music, really, especially if you are a musician who's been writing music for a lot of time. But if you can do it, like you can appeal to the mass, you can have mass appeal. And I cannot do that in my music. And I just accepted it because this is how I like to do it. But if I were someone who wants to make music for everyone, I wouldn't do it this way. I would probably not do music because I'm not able to write music in a simplistic way. It's so not interesting to me that when I do it, it just feels painful. And that sounds snobbish. It's not. I'm telling you, like, I'm not able. I'm stupid in my inability to be simple. It's not admirable. It's stupid. Or rather, it's stupid if it matters to you. If it doesn't matter to you, it's okay. And it doesn't really matter to me. But sometimes I'm like, shit, I should write stuff that is more simple, more out there, more whatever, so people can relate to it or whatever. But, honestly, I don't want to. That's why I'm failing right now. And that's why I struggle with like, hey, let's use this melody forever. I just don't like that too much. But anyway. Okay, let's remove all the freaking pads for a second. And also this freaking melodic delay, whatever. Too much reverb on this stuff, man. Let's go to 0-1. What are we gonna add with the violin here? I don't really know. Oh my god, it sounds so beautiful. This reminds me heavily of Verge to Infinity, the other track I made like last year. Not because of the notes I'm writing, but because of the way I'm writing. you're gonna recognize some parallels, I think. But that's something that happens. Like you cannot, as a composer, be free of your habits completely. There's some things that are gonna repeat in your music. There's some recurring stuff that you do, and it's just your style. And when I was a beginner, I used to be like, no, I don't want to have that recurring element. I want every single song to sound different. I don't want people to identify me in a box and stuff. No. I want to be so diverse that they cannot think where I'm coming from and stuff. And that is like saying, I don't want to have an accent when I speak. Your accent defines your own style of speaking. And if you refuse it, I mean, you can refine it, you can tweak it, but it's always going to be there. Your tone, the way you speak and stuff, it's going to be there. And if you refuse it and you try to change it every time, you're going to lack personality. Just like if you refuse the idea of music having some parallels or some parts, that some things that repeat, some peculiarities that are always there, you are denying your style. And your accent, just like your style, might not be something that you're like, oh, this is the best accent ever. Your accent might be, for you, stupid. It's like, I don't want to speak like that, but it's yours. Only you can do it. Your style is the same. Sometimes you might do things that you're like, oh, damn, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I was different. I wish I could sing like Britney Spears. Actually, I don't wish that, but someone might. And maybe you sing like, I don't know, an Italian opera singer. Well, if you embrace your Italian opera singer side and stop singing Toxic and you start singing Figaro, then you might have a better, outline, a better possibility of rising in the thing that you're naturally powerful at, or the thing that comes naturally to you. So I'm not refusing certain things that I keep on doing. And some people in my comments are like, dude, man, I've been following you for some years and your music is always the same. Oh, I'm gonna unsubscribe now. Shit, I'm tired of this epic shit like Hans Zimmer, man, evolve. There's more other composers out there, whatever. Oh man, this Final Fantasy music, man, grow up and stuff. There are some people like that. And they're glad of seeing someone condense their capabilities into something very sharp in a very specific field. They want you to be a man that is good at everything. And here's my thing, being good at everything like that, that's a trap. If you aim for that, you're never going to be good at anything. And if you try to be something you're not, you're already losing. So I think it's okay, if you recognize, oh shit, I always do the thing that way. I always use this preset, I always use this loop. That's okay. Just embrace it. You always find yourself doing certain things because of a reason that maybe you still don't understand. But then when you look back in a few years, you're going to be like, oh yeah, now I know why I like that so much. Or wow, that sample changed my life. Everyone is now connecting me to that sample or whatever, And then there's parts of your career where you're going to break out of that completely. You're going to be like, oh man, I want to do something completely different now. And you're just going to lash out and just not going to do certain things anymore because you want to evolve. And that's good too. But it's good to do that after you master a certain side of music. It's not good to go back and forth and stuff. So, yeah, why am I rambling like this? Anyway, guys, I think it's kind of late now. We've been streaming for I don't know how many hours, maybe 1 or 2. So I'm going to re-listen to this track now to see what I did. And in the meantime, feel free to write me any question in the chat. I might have ignored questions that were asked before, whatever. Ask me your questions now. I'm going to listen to the track when I'm done listening to it. I'm going to reply to your questions very quickly. And then I'm going to wrap up this live stream, which I think is going to stay on my channel because it was a decent one. It wasn't legendary, but it was a decent one. So let's listen to what we did. Let's go. I need to move that cello somewhere else. Oh no. Oh, what happened to you? There's something wrong with these notes. Also, this needs some proper dynamics, not like this. Wait, give me a second. This is not good. Okay, so I couldn't hear violin because like the dynamics of the violin are so low. Why is there dynamics on the violin at all? Oh, because this was a different instrument before. Okay, so that's not good. And also like the piano is too freaking loud. And the cello sounds wrong now. Maybe I just got distracted when I was composing. This needs dynamics. So I think these solo instruments, if they're left alone, they're gonna sound maybe with dynamics. So ah, damn. Just very quick. Here I could add some brass, like brown, brown, or whatever. But yeah, I said I was gonna wrap up this one, so I need to do that. And I'm gonna reply to your questions in a heartbeat. Where's my piano though? No, not you. Oh, that violin really gets lost in there. Okay, I'm gonna reply to the questions now. Someone asked if I'm Italian. Sì, Lorenzo, sono italiano. Italianissimo. I'm surprised people don't actually know that. Okay. When I listen to epic music, how to know what instrument is playing in that song if I want to search plugin for that. Suppose I have never heard of cello and only known violin. Nitish, I think the best thing you can do is to go to a website called philharmonia.co.uk. Actually, look on Google, type Orchestral Instruments Guide. And you're going to find an article from philharmonia.co.uk where there's different paragraphs and different videos for each orchestral instrument, each main orchestral instrument, where an instrument player explains you how their instrument works. It shows you how it sounds like. It shows you all the articulations, the main articulations you can play. So you dive in there. There's like paragraphs and videos for each one of the main instruments. So it's like 1 hour of videos. And if you look at that, you check that out, you study, at the end of that, you're going to have much better knowledge of orchestral instruments. And when you hear them, you're going to be able to recognize them a little bit. Another thing you can do is to like watch orchestral concerts on YouTube and stuff, or go to one and see how the instruments look like, how they sound like. I have a problem with only Spitfire instruments and we are so articulate. When I try to use different MIDI colors, it doesn't work. Do you have the same problem? Joshua, no, but I've never tried Spitfire libraries before, except for Spitfire Labs. If it doesn't change colors, doesn't change the articulation and stuff, it could be that you need to set them to one lower octave. Sometimes the octave is higher than sometimes you set the octave correctly, it's not going to take it. You need to set it lower or higher. I don't know why. So try setting that to a lower octave than they're actually inside the DAW, in the key switch patch. So if they're on C3, set them on C2 on articulate. Sometimes that works. Hello, everyone. Why don't you use Wind MIDI breath controller for more easy articulation and WOODWINDS brass action? Because I don't have one. Gilberto, thank you very much for the donation and for being a patron, actually. What's your favorite scale mode? I don't know. C# minor, I suppose. But actually, I don't have a favorite one. Will you get Bird in series? Sigmund, I think, yeah. Like someday I will. Like if it's about time that I do that, actually. Thoughts on Nexus Hollywood 2? It was my first orchestral library of them all, actually. But it's so limited. Like when I got it, I was like, oh my God, yes. But actually looking back, it's like so fucking limited. For the same price now, you can get Nucleus from Audio Imperia, which is the library we're using now. It sounds insane. And the cool thing about Nexus 2 for me is like Nexus Hollywood 2 is the synthesizers. Philharmonia.co.uk. Just look for Orchestral Instruments Guide on Google. And you're going to find Philharmonia. Do you use Vienna Big Bang Orchestra? No, but it sounds legendary. Anyway, let's play the track once again with all the fixes for the people who are going to see this video later. So at this minute mark, the track starts. Okay, it's clear why the violin sounds weird. There's no reverb on it. I'm stupid. But anyway, can you try Hollywood strings in your videos? Maybe. Is 32 gigabytes RAM overkill for a laptop from i5 800 300? So Powell, my laptop has 16 gigabytes, and all that I've wrote on YouTube can be read on my laptop. So, you know, instead of taking 32 gigabytes on a laptop, I just focus on taking a laptop that has a better CPU. Take an i7 last generation if you can, or an i7. Just don't take an i5 because laptop peripherals are like weaker than their desktop counterparts. So if you take an i5, it's going to be as strong as i3 on desktop, I think, and that's kind of low. You know, but you can still use it. I used an i3 last generation, I think, and then I upgraded eventually. The problem is that if you get a laptop, you cannot upgrade the parts inside. If you want to upgrade the CPU, you're better off getting a new laptop. While if you have a desktop, you can just upgrade the CPU. So if I buy a laptop and I buy one that I'm sure is gonna serve me well for years to come, and an i5 might not do that. So I would get an i7 16 gigabytes if I were you. We do more track review live streams. Yes, Blue Moon. I was talking about this on my Discord server today, actually, because I've been traveling a lot, and in every Airbnb that I've been in, the connection sucked, so I couldn't live stream. This one that I am today, they told me, we're going to fix it in a month. And actually, they fixed it today. So I told in my Discord, hey, in a month, I'm going to do a live stream. And then they fixed it. So we're going to do a feedback live stream soon, I suppose. Not today, though. Where did you find your sample packs from? I buy them, or sometimes the developers send them to me, like Audio Imperia sent Nucleus, because I built a community here in many years of work, and that gives you sometimes the upside of like people giving you stuff for free to show it to your followers. So that sometimes happens. Other times just buy it. They use reverb on every single instrumental process. For the most part, yes, I always use reverb on everything. Sometimes I do like I have reverb bosses, like parallel reverb, as you see in my videos, and other times I just put it inside the mixer track for the instrument. Can you try Hollywood string in your videos? I said maybe. Maybe I will. I don't feel like using it for now, but I wanted to do a video when I only use Composer Cloud, so that means Hollywood strings. How do you spell this version of Nucleus for these sample packs? Sorry? Audio Imperia Nucleus. It's in the description of this video. Anyway, guys, I think that will be it for this video. And wow, I haven't been composing for a while, so this is kind of rough. It's not the best, but I'm glad that I was able to do stuff that can potentially turn into a new track. Should I buy Kontakt 5 plus Jaeger as my first sample library? No, get Audio Imperia Nucleus, and you can get it with the free version of Kontakt. Download Kontakt Player for free and get Audio Imperia Nucleus. That's what I recommend you. And then also buy a library if you want to write trader music, buy a library with trader sound effects. There's a few. And there's a list of in the description of this video, you're going to find a video where I list every single one of my favorite sample libraries. Check it out. Love to see a video using Composer Cloud. Yeah. Hey, Lisa, congrats on your placement. I'm so proud of you. I knew that was going to happen. Lisa is a friend of mine that actually took a masterclass on Arn, like one of the Evident CEOs. Back in the day when cinematic music course was like 1/3 of what it is today, he also did a masterclass with like 8 students. And me and Lisa were students in the masterclass. We got to know each other there. And she's been composing trader music after that. And she got a placement in Maleficent, I think. And that's pretty freaking dope. So great job, Lisa. Anyway, Gilberto, thank you for the donation and for the kind words. You're always there, leaving good vibes everywhere. And I appreciate that. And yeah, guys, I think that will be it for this video. There's a bit of delay between the chat and what I'm saying. So sorry if I'm going to not reply to certain questions. They're going to pop up later. But thank you for joining. I hope you learned something valuable. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys with some videos, tutorials, or some music or other live streams. We're going to do a feedback one, and I'm going to announce it beforehand so you don't miss it. But, make sure to join my Discord server so you get notified whenever I do announcements there. Make sure to check out my YouTube community tab and stuff like that so that you know when I'm going to stream next. Okay, that's it. Cheers, guys.